Green light flashes at the end of the pre-grid, and our 27 Micromax drivers head out onto the track. Let's have a look at the starting grid once again for Race 9, Heat 2, Micromax. Kenzo Craigie and Ivan Czernega start on the front row. Noah Janssen and Jente Moonen, row 2. Albert Friend and Lucas L, that is row 3. Boris Maximov and Jensen Chalk. Row 4, completing the top 10, it's Rory Armstrong and Uros Bogdanic. Ivo Vetenrata and Christian Stefanov, that is row 6. Majus Mazinas and Branislav Rentka, row 7. Vito Koza and Vanessa Silkonakti, row 8. Felipe Reis and Christoph Kilar. Round out row 9, completing the top 20, it's Nikita Zhubimov and Boris Verhaag. Rounding out the 27 strong, it's Marcel Zibo, Antoine Grisel, Lucas Dodder, Jack Freeman, Viti Salmi, Liam Sikul and Didier Krieft. That rounds out the 27 strong grid. 7 minutes have been set on the timer once again. As we steel ourselves for battle once more. And when the drivers have crossed the start-finish line, the red lights will ignite on the gantry, which they have done now. So, current air temperature, 10 degrees Celsius. And sunset is predicted for 3 minutes past 5 this afternoon. So Boris Maximov took the victory in the opening race earlier on today. As the drivers get themselves into formation. Kenzo Craigie and Ivan Czernega leading the way. They will control the pace on the front row of the grid as they come out of turn number 11. So Micromax Heat 2 about to get underway here at the home of champions, Karting Genk. Out of the final corner, into the tram lines, revs rise, and we are given the lights out to go racing, and Kenzo Craigie leads the field into turn number 1, Noah Janssen and Boris Maximov. Boris Maximov again getting a brilliant start as we've had. A bit of a multitude of issues, one of which is the number 77, and that is Majus Mazinas, and that is the number 1 of Viti Salmi from Finland. And then we've also got dramas here for the number 12, that is Zhubimov, and then also the number 78 kart, and that is of Marcel Zibo from Hungary. But as it was earlier on, well, Boris Maximov has gotten off to a flyer once again, now up into second past Noah Janssen, having started once again from 7th on the grid, and goes round the outside before they've even hit the apex at turn 10. Maximov has just done a number on the rest of the field. Janssen up the inside of Craigie and is briefly being followed by one of the other drivers. That looks to be Lucas Sell from France in the 99. Across the line to complete lap number 1, it's Maximov, Janssen, Sell, Craigie, Armstrong, Czernega, Stordeur up to 7th already, and we've only completed the first lap. Albert Friend has ended up, I think, at the back end of the field. Just waiting for him to... or was at the back end, was a bit further up the sharper end of the grid as everyone's trying to get through. At the moment, Rory Armstrong's just got on up the inside of Kenzo Craigie, heading into turn number 6. As the leaders make their way through into turn number 8, and Boris Maximov is striding away into the distance. I think he has ended up in the Corvin region, let alone Limburg, the way he's driving at the minute. So 5 minutes to go. Plus an additional lap, positions changing all the time. And there's Zhubimov from Estonia. In pit lane. Janssen trying to close on 99 of Lucasel, who's now taken second place, so the German back on the counter-offensive. Lucasel goes defensive. And here is a battle between Jensen Chalk, Jack Freeman, who didn't have a great qualifying session yesterday, up from 24th tonight. There's Noah Janssen up the inside of Lucasel through turn 6. Not too far behind them is Rory Armstrong and the number 68. I'm just trying to remember from memory. I think Rory Armstrong has done really well this season in the Soda UKC Academy. Nevertheless, there's still plenty of good racing action happening here as the number 47 Ivan Chernega gets past Kenzo Craigie through turn 10. Of course, Maximov still leading the way and has got an absolutely humongous lead. It was 1.4 seconds. Now it stretches to 2.1. And Maximov is pushing his own air. A 1 minute 2.453 from the Dutch driver. There's more battles happening. Jensen Chalk and Jack Freeman swapping positions. It's like a bit of musical chairs between the two Brits. And Rory Armstrong actually was the Soda Academy Ultimate Karting Champion this year, so he has got pace and he's showing it quite now, as there is the 81 of Uros Bogdanic, followed by Branislav Rentka, behind Jack Freeman. As good move there by Antoine Grisel. He's up the inside of, I think, possibly Vanessa Silconaite. There's the number 7, Felipe Reis, from the Netherlands, getting past, I think that looks to be Didier Krieft from the Netherlands, going through. But Noah Janssen is about 2.8 seconds behind Boris Maximov. Lucasel, Rory Armstrong, Lucas Stodder, Ivan Chernega, Kenzo Craigie, Vito Koza, Jensen Chalk and Jack Freeman round out the top 10 after 4 laps of racing around this circuit. And Bogdanic and Rentka embroiled in a battle for 11th position. That's the train for second, being led by Noah Janssen from Germany, Lucasel, Rory Armstrong, Lucas Stodder rounding out that train. Other positions that have changed, well, Didier Krieft has dropped all the way down, as I've just seen a move from Lucas Stodder up the inside of turn 10 on Rory Armstrong. That is for 4th place on the road. Armstrong will want to get that position back as he wrestles with the steering coming through the entrance and also the exit of turn number 12. We've got just over 90 seconds to go, and Maximov is away and has gotten away quite considerably, as Vita Koza embroiled in a battle with Jensen Chalk and also Kenzo Craigie. So Kenzo Craigie fighting for position. He's already, and there's a signal from the number 17 of Vito Koza, and Kenzo Craigie didn't want to follow Vito Koza's lead, as don't tell me you're going to make it 3 wide. And that is Uros Bogdanic, and has sent it up the inside of Koza and Chalk through turn 7. Here comes Branislav Rentka, as we've got 60 seconds on the clock to go. Oh my goodness. They started early. They're carrying on as they left off here in Micromax. As Rentka tried to move up the inside of Vito Koza going through turn 10, but nothing was happening there, I'm afraid. Maximov continues to lead. His lead now is nearly 4.1 seconds. Ahead of Noah Janssen, Lucas Stodder rounds out the top 3. Lucasel in 4th, Rory Armstrong, Ivan Chernega, Kenzo Craigie, Uros Bogdanic, Jensen Chalk, Vito Koza, Branislav Rentka, Jack Freeman, Vanessa Silconaite, Oiva Vetenrata. That is also Boris Verhaag that rounds out the top 15 positions out of 26 that still circulate. As the timer is about to expire. Now, was there a bit... I did see a nice little lunge going into turn 7 as there's Rentka getting past Koza before turn number 7. Jack Freeman is with them, as is Vanessa Silconaite. It's side by side between Craigie and Koza going into turn 9, and Koza gets ahead. Freeman now goes side by side with Craigie going into turn 10. Jack Freeman trying to keep it pinned around the outside, slots in behind the number 44. As the last lap board has already been shown to Boris Maximov, who has cantered away into the distance, and the lead is nearly it's nearly 5 seconds. As Noah Janssen battling away with Lucas Todder for second place on the road. They've got Rory Armstrong pretty much with them. As here is another battle, as Vanessa Silconaite gets past Jack Freeman. There's Kenzo Craigie. There's the 66 of Oiva Vetenrata from Finland. We're on the final lap. They're battling each other all the way through to the checkered flag. As Noah Janssen holding off both Belgium's Lucas Todder and the United Kingdom's Rory Armstrong. As Maximov makes his way through turn number 10 for the final time. And again, Janssen goes defensive into turn 10, but one more corner remains for the leader. Boris Maximov comes out of the final corner, and the Dutch driver makes it 2 for 2 so far, and he's absolutely happy with that one. Noah Janssen takes the runner-up spots ahead of Lucas Todder. Rory Armstrong finishes in fourth place. Lucas Sell, Ivan Chernega. I'm thinking that Albert Friend, I'm not too sure if his I'm not too sure with regards to his side of things, but he's showing 26th. Zhubimov retired from the race. We've already had some time penalties coming through, which includes leaving the corridor with 2 wheels and also with all 4 wheels. I nearly said 5 there. It's been a long day so far. Chernega gets a 5-second time penalty for leaving the tram lines with all 4 wheels. 3 3-second time penalties. 1 to the 20. I think, 1 to the 81, 1 to the 18. But let's have a look at the rest of the results, as there is a very jubilant Boris Maximov pulling into the pit lane, finishing 5.5 seconds ahead of Noah Janssen. Lucas Todder rounds out the top 3. Rory Armstrong in 4th. Lucas Sell, Ivan Chernega, provisionally speaking, Uros Bogdanic, Jensen Chalk, Branislav Renka, Vita Koza, Vanessa Silconaite, Boris Verhaag, Oiva Vetenrata, Antoine Crisel, and Kenzo Craigie rounding out the top 15. Jack Freeman, Felipe Reis, Didier Krieft, Christian Stefanov, Majus Mazinas, Jenthe Moonen, Christoph Kila, Liam Sokol, Marcel Zibo, Viti Salmi, and Albert Friend showing in 26th, and Nikita Zhubimov from Estonia, unfortunately retiring on the very first lap of the race.